say 39 minutes? Yeah, last game too. I got you out.
And we have Coach Adam Fisher.
I got it. I was a manager for 5 years. I got it. I see these things.
We have Coach Adam Fisher, Hysier Miller, and Steve Settle. We'll start with some opening comments from Coach, and then we can direct questions to the student athletes first. One note for Steve: this was a career high 6 steals.
16. It was great just to be back home, right? It's been a long time since we've got to play here at home in front of our fans. I thought our fans were great today. With the students out, it's hard, and great credit to our fans for showing up and being loud. Conference games are hard. There's swings throughout them, right? I can't wait. One of the first questions is going to be to me, you're up by this, and what happened? It's conference. It's what it is. This is what all the games are. Last game, we were down 8 with whatever to go, cut it to 1, right? This is what it's going to be. It's going to be a battle every night. You have to protect home court. I'm just so proud of our guys because we went back to the basics when we got back from Hawaii, and we talked about defending and rebounding. That's got to be our staple. So I was really proud of our effort, our energy. And look, there's a reason they're number 1, I think, in our league in rebounding. And they proved it, but our guys, I thought, made some really big-time winning plays that won't show up on the stat sheet, but being in a gap as someone's going to drive, now they take that away. Boxing out so one of their teammates can get it. So great credit. These guys led us, and just happy to be back in Philadelphia.
Questions for the student athletes, please?
Hysier, could you describe, inside of 2 minutes, you guys were up 1, and you bring up the ball, you decided before they were set to shoot that quick 3? What was it that made you go that way?
I mean, they had great rim protection. Credit to them at the rim, and I seen an opportunity in transition with the 5-man on me, and it was a split thought, like, do I want to drive or I want to shoot? And just stepping into the shot, it just felt natural. It felt like a shot I shoot every day, so I just know I wanted to make that shot for my team.
Hysier or Steve, it doesn't matter. What was it like being back home for, the first time? Like, I believe it's like a month and a day. Like,
I'll answer this because I've been here longer than Steve, even though Steve making his name well known around here. But it's been good. It's been great. Just being in a familiar area, a gym we practicing all the time, and just being able to represent, our university and in front of everybody who support us. Just getting conference play started the right way. We dropped 1 on the road, so it's good to get a win at home.
How important were the fans?
Definitely very important. We love playing in front of these fans. I love it. They're what make this place special. So shout out to them.
Steve, you had a bunch of steals the other night. Is it something you're just sitting, I don't know, right? Feel when you can, right, not get in foul trouble, but get your arms in there and take it from people?
Yeah, just trying to play with activity. Just trying to affect the game any way I can. It might not always be scoring, but just trying to make sure I leave my impact on the game. The ball's gonna find energy. So.
Hysier, it seems like your pick and roll with Jaleel was pretty good today. You guys both helping each other out, getting into it. Just talk about the importance of Jaleel being back and how you guys saw each other out there.
Me and Jaleel, we've been playing together for quite some time, so we got good chemistry together, but he helps our team in many ways. Some don't always show up on the stat sheet. He's been battling with injuries, his whole career, so I'm just happy for him to get back on the floor. I love him, and who don't want to play basketball, so I'm happy he's back and can help us win.
Any other questions for the student?
Yeah, see that late steal, Jaleel kind of had Rogers, kind of got him in a tough spot there. Did you anticipate that's where he might be going? Because it was like right to.
Yeah, just wanted to stay solid. I knew my man was going to rise up. Jaleel played great defense for that whole possession. If you watch back, it was great. So just wanted to try to secure the win without gambling and stay in position and came right to me.
I got one for Steve. As we saw throughout the second half, Wichita State was making their presence known defensively. But it seemed like that last minute, still piggybacking off of him, you sealed the team's fate of winning the game. And it's the first home game this year. Am I right? What was that feeling, knowing that you sealed the win for your team?
Everyone had an impact on this game, and that's what made it so special. I feel like everyone that came in gave us a boost. The bench was great, the fans was great, and everyone had played their part, and everyone did their role. We were all positive and cheered for each other, and we all celebrated each other's success, which is what makes this team so special.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
And then, a lot of people look at the percentages as the season goes on, it's like, why do they keep shooting so many threes? Like, is the way this game went, the way this game ended, is that, right, part of the reason?
You gotta have the confidence, right? You see Hysier coming up, you see he sees the space, he had the confidence, big shot, right? Up one, that's a huge one. We did talk about it a lot this week, shot selection. So we'll go back and we'll grade the shots and hey, was it contested, uncontested? But to start the game, I thought we had some great wide open looks. But how does that free you up if a team shoots a lot of threes? Now you're worried about that. Now we've got to attack closeouts. So that's something we talk about a lot. So we try to take the best shot we can get. I didn't think we'd probably take 37 threes today, if I'm going to be honest with you. But we got to take what the defense gives us, and I got to give these guys the confidence on game day to just be free, play with a clear mind.
Similar to that, what are you telling the guys when you're going through stretches when your shot's not falling and the three-point is a little bit cold? What are you telling guys to do to try to continue to impact the game?
Defend and rebound, be in gaps, right? Best way to get easy buckets is get your defense going on offense. So that was something, we've really focused on since being back from Hawaii. We actually started it after the ODU game. We had a long meeting with our team and just went through some defense. So it's all about defense. So that's been our focus. That'll continue to be the staple and the foundation of our program. So shots aren't going to fall. You got to control what you can control. And your defense, knowing personnel, being in gaps, rebounding, that's the stuff you can control.
Obviously Zion didn't play today. Can you update us on, his status?
Yeah, he's a guy that was out, right? And we tried a couple games and didn't feel 100%. So he lost a lot of practice time. When you lose a lot of practice time as a freshman, it's hard. I think he's going to be fine. He's really close, and we'll be excited to get him back.
Thank you.
What do you see from Jalil in his first game back after 2 games? And he's been playing with injuries mostly his whole career. What do you see from him today?
I see he's just excited to be out there, right? I think early on he's probably a little too excited to be out there. But, man, his size, right? He defends, he rebounds, he draws a lot of attention. They put a 5-man on him. He's driving the basketball. And look, we all smiled, the whole crowd, everybody knows it in this room. How about that 3, right? There we go, right? So proud of him because he could have shot another one late, and instead he drove the basketball and got to the rim and did a great job. So that's him keep continuing to develop his game. But his size, he's great. We're excited he's back.
And Mateo, that big run that you guys had late in that first half, he had 3 3-pointers in that. I mean, can you just say how important he was and kind of shifting the momentum?
He's huge. He played great. I thought he really defended well tonight too. Again, how you practice is how you play. I think a lot. He had some really good practices leading up to South Florida and then coming back. So, we go with who we think is going to help us. I thought he was great today. I thought Shane guarded really well today. So, those guys are really helping us get this win.
Coach, I want to talk about the 5-6 minute scoring drought, and I got to 59, and then Sam hit that huge 3 that it looked like he didn't even think about for a second. That breeding confidence that you put into the guys, how big of a shot was that for the team?
Thanks for reminding me we went 5-6 minutes without a basket. I appreciate that. It's what it's about, right? You got to play on game day. We're super positive. Like, someone came to a shoot around the other day and was like, it's like watching Ted Lasso's team on game day. It is. You got to feel good, right? Think about all of us and what we do. When we feel good, we do things better. And when you care about the people you're playing with, the people you work with, you do things more. You want to do it for others. And we got to instill that confidence, right? And I think our guys have it. They've learned it. And again, they know hesitation, right? And that was a great shot for him. He was phenomenal. He played hard. He's going to be tired tonight.
And it seemed like sort of a classic match where they start 2 bigs and kind of want to play. You force them out of that. Do you want to force them out of that? Like, what are you trying to do when you're facing that kind of an old style, classic looking team?
We don't really change what we do. So we had some different matchups. I know Ballard played about 12 minutes. But we're going to do what we do, and we're going to tell our guys, look, we know we're going to be undersized some nights. I thought Ima Akpoma did an amazing job in his 3 minutes. He was great. I thought he defended. He played hard. And again, it shows up on the box score as 3 minutes, right? But 2 rebounds. That was a huge 3 minutes. And that's what we're trying to tell our guys. Everybody, comes in and helps, and we knew that was going to be a good matchup when, Ballard was in the game. So, everybody's going to adjust. They adjusted their ball screen coverage, so we had to adjust how we attacked it. It's a game of runs. It's a game of, figuring out. It's a chess match each game.
2 more, please.
Seems like they don't really have a point guard, but they got a point forward who you're sort of familiar with.
Yeah, Harlan Beverly's a point guard. I got to coach him. I forget how many years. I absolutely love him. He's got a great family. It was good to just give him a hug before the game. When I was at the University of Miami, he had 8 and 3 with just 1 turnover. He's a great kid. He plays hard. I think he's been really good for them, especially in getting guys open, and he's great at getting downhill and attack. But he's a tough guy to scout. I saw it every day at practice. He plays really hard.
Last question.
So looking forward to the future, there were a lot of positives and negatives, and positives within the negatives tonight. You had a 19-point lead at one point, lost it, but were able to rally and still win the game. What can you take from some of those moments, and lessons can you learn to take it into the games that you have coming?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I think we've been really tested, right? We played in an overtime game. We've been in games where it's a last possession, right? It's Portland, sideline out of bounds. What are we going to do, right? And then, hey, they got fouls to give. Like, we've been in all these situations. So I think our guys just stick together. Really, it's really what you got to preach to your team. And, I thought we did a nice job of sticking together. And, look, we all know it's hard. A team comes back 19, it can be heads down dropping. I didn't see anybody's heads down dropping. Right? It was positive. It's, hey, let's go. We're fine. We're good. We're here. We're right here. This is where we want to be, right? You want to be in the game with 4 minutes to go. That's our goal. So, I think we just keep building that, and then we'll watch the film and clean some stuff up because there's things that we have to improve to where we want to get to. So we'll take that and we'll watch it with these guys tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. I haven't seen some of you guys. Happy New Year.